Dear seekers, close your eyes for a moment. Imagine the ocean. Now imagine 1,000 waves rising upon it, different in height, speed, shape, and rhythm. But tell me this, do the waves have a separate existence from the ocean, or are they merely the ocean playing in 1,000 forms? This is the truth I invite you into today, one that can shake the foundation of how we see ourselves, others, and the world. There is only one consciousness, but it appears through many minds. We look at each other and say, "You are you, and I am me." We point to differences of thought, language, culture, personality. We speak of my experience, your beliefs, his emotions, her fears, as though the very space of knowing, the background of being, is broken into millions of pieces. But just as countless reflections dance upon the surface of a single lake, all minds, yours, mine, the Buddha's, the sinners, are just refractions of one infinite consciousness. We do not possess consciousness. We arise in it. Your mind is not the source of your awareness. It is merely a lens through which the eternal sun of awareness shines. And just like different lenses can distort light, making it red, blue, clear, or blurry, each mind distorts the one consciousness through its own conditioning, its fears, its memories, its identity. That is why there is confusion. That is why there is conflict. Not because we are separate souls, but because we forget we are waves in one vast, indivisible ocean. Now let me tell you a story, a moment from the life of the Buddha that unveils this truth in silence. One evening, the Buddha was walking silently with a few of his disciples. The forest path was golden with the light of dusk, birds returning home, and the hush of leaves whispering wisdom. They passed a man sitting under a tree, deep in meditation. He was not a disciple of the Buddha, just a seeker on his own path. As the Buddha approached, he paused, looked at the meditating man with great stillness, and smiled. He said nothing. Then he slowly walked away. Later, the disciples asked, "O Lord, why did you stop and smile at him?" Buddha simply replied, "That was me, sitting under the tree." The disciples were puzzled. "You mean you see yourself in him?" And the Buddha answered, "I see no self. I only see consciousness appearing here as Buddha, there as a seeker. The forms are different, the waves are different, but the ocean is the same." Pause here, dear seeker. Let that wash over you, because this is not philosophy. This is the truth you can taste if you turn inward and go beyond the noise of the mind. The mind is many. One moment it wants peace, the next it chases desire. One moment it bows in prayer, the next it burns with jealousy. The mind is fragmented, turbulent, restless. But consciousness? It is never fragmented. It is the silent watcher, whether the mind is still or stormy. It is that which was present in your childhood, your youth, your sorrows, your ecstasies, and it has never changed. Have you noticed that? That there is something in you which never ages. The body changes, the thoughts change, even your identity changes. But something watches all of this, silently, patiently, eternally. That is consciousness, not your consciousness, not my consciousness, just consciousness. We are like windows in a great temple, each one colored, shaped, and placed differently. But the light that shines through, always the same sun. When you hurt another, you are stabbing your own self in a different costume. When you love another, You are recognizing yourself in a different dance. The mystics knew this. Buddha knew this. Jesus, Rumi, Ramana, and the seers of the Upanishads all spoke of it in different words, but pointed to the same moon. The Chandogya Upanishad declares, "Thou art that," not similar to that, not connected to that, but that itself. You are not a wave reaching for the ocean. You are the ocean pretending to be a wave. And the moment you drop this illusion of separateness, a great peace enters. The burden of me and mine dissolves. The need to prove, to compare, to conquer, it all disappears. What remains is presence, love, silence. So I say to you now, look into the eyes of a child, listen to the wind through the trees, feel the stillness behind your thoughts, and you will see it is always you. Not the little you, but the great you. Consciousness itself, looking at itself through a billion mirrors. Remember the Buddha's words not as metaphor, but as reality. That was me sitting under the tree. And the day you see that in your own life, not as poetry, but as direct knowing, that day you will not just believe in oneness, you will be it. And that, dear seekers, is the liberation beyond all scriptures, the peace beyond all conditions, and the love that holds the stars in place. You are not a separate self. You are the one dreaming through many minds. Awaken and remember what you have always been. The silent ocean, still and vast, before the first wave ever rose. You are that. You have always been that. Let me leave you with one Zen story to ponder. A student asked his master, "What is the essence of enlightenment?" The master replied, "When I eat, I eat. When I sleep, I sleep." The student, confused, said, "But master, isn't that what everyone does?" The master smiled and said, "No. When others eat, their minds are elsewhere. When they sleep, their minds race. I do not divide myself. I am wholly present. That is the difference. Ponder this. Perhaps enlightenment is not something to attain, but something to remember, to return to that one consciousness, undivided, undistracted, utterly present in this very breath.